that's not always
the case. So
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and I like that we talked about that. So speaking of London hip hop, last year I saw you playing the background in an episode, and I was like, "Is that my girl?" I was like, pause, and I was like, "Yes," but I never really got a chance to talk to you about your experience, and I just wanted to know, like, how did you even get involved to even say, you know what, I want to go on this show? It wasn't like a big role or anything like that, but it was a chill situation, and I'm like, that's interesting to know, like, how was your experience, and, you know, could you tell us a little bit about, like, just what made you just want to do that?
Well, it's funny because I was actually, like, really there at the event. Like, I wasn't cast for it or anything like that. The artist I was working with, she's actually really good friends with Lyrica.
Okay.
And so
Lyrica Anderson, the songstress.
We were invited to the house for the housewarming.
Okay.
And they just so happened
to be filming.
Taping.
Okay.
Exactly. So that particular instance, I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go and do such. I was really just chilling. Honestly, like I was just there, and I was happy for them. Like, oh, y'all just moved in the crib. Congratulations, everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But like everything was really like.
You're just an attendee, basically.
Yes.
And that's so cool. So, do you think you would ever like want to go on the show or go to maybe one of those when they have like the reunions and people sit in the audience? Do you think you ever want to do something like that?
I don't know.
It's not your scene.
Not particularly.
Okay.
And supporting, you know, like people that I know personally,
right.
I would be there for that kind of support. But just to be in an audience, hanging out and kicking it out.
Yeah. All right. I feel you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. So it's time for Guru Gossip. All right. So if anybody is Sex and the City fans out there, Sex and the City 3 will not be happening anymore. They had everything set up, they had the contracts ready, but Kim Cattrall, aka Samantha, is like, no, I'm not doing it. And you know, they've always had beef with her, whether she wanted to get paid more or whether she felt like, you know, I think she felt like people were making Carrie the bigger star, but I feel like Carrie was the star of the show, but Kim Cattrall was like a close second. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like it was based on Carrie's life, even when you read the book. So I don't understand why it's such competition when it comes to that and why they can't just make this movie. You know, I don't really need the movie. I felt that the second one sucked. The first one I was good with. And it's over. Sex and the City's over. It's done. I mean, come on. Y'all really want another Sex and the City movie? Alright, if you want the Sex and the City movie, Kim Cattrall, if you're watching, she probably not watching Sex and the City now, but she will. You never know what she stumbles across, but Kim, we are praying to God that you create this phenomenal Sex and the City movie. I don't know what's gonna happen. Is Carrie gonna adopt a child with Big? They old as shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Alright, so Tyra Banks, she broke up with her man. And she was in an interracial relationship with this Caucasian guy, and for 5 years, and he had a surrogate baby. So they actually broke up. So I felt like, who didn't see that coming for various reasons? And do you guys know anything about Tyra Banks through the years?
Not since. Does she do American Top Model?
She did American Top Model. I think she does, and she's like making all her money. She's a very successful black woman, but Tyra Banks has an issue that a lot of successful black women have, and it's just like it's hard sometimes to keep a strong man in their lives because they're so strong. You know what I mean? Like overly strong. Like Tyra Banks is a mogul. She's major. She was a supermodel. You know, like so. I really just feel for Tyra because I think Tyra really wants to be in love. But I don't know if that guy was the one for her. So I hope that she finds somebody that, you know, can really handle her, is patient with her, and she can really raise a family with. She doesn't want to be alone. She has money, but she doesn't have the love of her life. And sometimes that's hard, you know?
Unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate, like to have all this wealth and to feel like you're always constantly alone, your relationships are always constantly failing. You're like kind of like how J-Lo was for a while. I mean, now she's with this...
Wait, why do you think the relationship's not working? What'd you say?
I think that sometimes maybe she might be too strong, overly strong, or like
just... Why can't she be annoying?
You think she's like... What?
No, I'm saying like how come they can't be like why you don't think they might not like her? Huh? Maybe they don't like her. Like maybe they just grow apart from her. Why she gotta be too strong for her?
Well, maybe it's that too. You're right. No, I didn't consider that. Maybe she's annoying.
Yeah, you do gotta consider that. Stop being biased.
I'm not being biased. I just didn't consider that. But I said something else. I still said it was possibly something that she did. Why am I even thinking she did it? Maybe he did something. Maybe he cheated on her.
Maybe
you know?
she cheated on him.
Okay. That could have happened. You're right. She is living in a successful world. You know what I mean? Damn. Woo, Spice. These guys, they getting out of hand. I don't know if we're going to fight him back on the show, y'all. Sexmoonandstars. Okay, Sex, Moon, and Spice, exactly.
That's cute.
Yeah, that was so
That's
cute.
real
Okay,
cute.
what am I gonna remember that? Okay, all right. Little Mo. Little Mo is actually joining the cast of Love and Hip Hop New York. Yes. As you know, Little Mo lives in Philadelphia currently. I ran into Little Mo 2 months ago. I was going to the movies and she was in there with her boxer friend. If we even call should we even call him a boxer, or is that a term that we to use loosely? Because my whole thing is this: if I haven't seen you fight in such a long time, if you're only known as Little Mo's man, like that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, like, you stand on, your own thing. So they're going to Love and Hip Hop New York, and she might be, like, reviving her career. She's so talented. She's always been, like, a really big voice, And so I hope that she does well. But I hate that when people want to go on Love and Hip Hop, it sometimes feel like they're has-beens. You know what I mean? And would you consider